nice. Okay, and how was your day so far? What did you do today? Can you please tell me?
Today I stay at home and work from home because as normal I have to work at the office in the morning of Saturday, but today I work from home. I think don't have any special to tell you, but today I follow the situation in Ukraine. You know it's
Yeah.
really
War.
complicated. Yes.
Yes, I know that, but okay, we can in the beginning of the class we can exchange, for example, our thoughts about this, if you agree, because this is the main topic, what is happening in the world. So what do you think about this situation? Okay, if you want to talk about this, I think this topic can be okay. I know it's dramatic, I know it's a little bit hard and everything else, but okay, we can talk. This is how you can develop your speaking skills. So we can speak. Okay, we will come back on our main lessons, but we can speak a little bit about this situation. So can you?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think, in my opinion, people in Ukraine is really difficult right now in these situations. I think they really hard to pass this time, and I think the reasons is when the governments of Ukraine not too good. I think the positions, their positions is not the best, because the positions of Ukraine, that is sensitive position between Europe and Ukraine and Russia. I think
Russia.
Yes, Russia. That is a sensitive position. So I think they not choose the best strategies, solutions for people of Ukraine. I think they choose the solution for them, for people control these countries. So that is my opinion. But overall, the wars, people don't want it, and people in Ukraine, is really hard to pass this time.
Yes, it's a really complicated situation, and what can I say? This is something that
I think maybe you can have other opinions, because I know Serbia is in the NATO.
No, we are not. No. We are not in NATO organization. No. No. We are not in NATO organization. This is something that is very sensitive, because my country, as your country, we suffered a lot. We have our wars that in the past.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, or if I mentioned, you stop me. It's okay, because we in the last 120 years we have 6 wars. 6 wars. Yes. Yes. First we have Balkan Wars. Okay, this is 2 Balkan Wars in 1912 and 1913. In 1914, the World War I started in my country. Yes, it started here in okay, we can say Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia. This is the same. Was the same country. Started in here. After this, World War II. After this, civil war in my country in the middle of the night, in the beginning and middle of the 19th. After this, NATO bombing, 1999. So we have 6 wars, and we have one saying here. My uncle one told me, okay, I have a wish that upcoming just one generation doesn't have wars. This is the only wish that we have, because all our generations in the past we had wars. Just one generation that doesn't have wars at all. This is what we want for ourselves, because it's enough. It's really enough, and we are, let's say, sick of this. Okay, so I don't know who is fault. I don't want to put fingers and say their fault and their fault. No, I don't want to do that. But in our country, it's enough, really enough. In the last 120 years, 6 wars. We had 6 wars, and it's quite. And what is happening? What is happening now in Ukraine? We had this in 1999. We had bombing of NATO. We have this situation practically
1999. That's
1999.
More than 20 years ago.
23 years ago, yes.
Oh, really?
So the next month will be exactly 23 years how NATO bombing us. Okay, so this is the same situation. The same now. Russia is bombing Ukraine, and we had this practically the same situation, but NATO bombing us for 80 days. We were 80 days bombing. We have bombs 80 days, and many people died. But okay, this is the big problem. But also they use chemical weapons, and yes, and now we had 11 or 12 million people in the past. Now we have 7 million people.
A lot of people dying because of war.
Oh yes, and ordinary people are not fault. We are not fault for this. I don't know who is the fault, but ordinary people suffer. Like, and you know, for example, in your past in Vietnam War, you know also what happened in the past, and this is the sensitive topic when we are speaking.
What is your opinions in this situation right now?
I think, in my opinion, that government from one country and both countries, I think I mean, this is my opinion. They need to sit down on the table to agree to stop the war. This is not okay. I don't know who is fault. I heard different stories, but the war is not they need to stop that. First, Russia needs to stop this. This is what are they doing? This is not okay. You need to sit down and talk about this. If you have something to discuss, if you need to, I don't know, but going on war and many civilians die, this is not okay. This is not okay.
And I think it is only ways to pass of the war.
Yes, and ordinary, and this is what you heard. This is the most important thing. This is for you and me. This is something that is important.
Yes.
Our children. Okay, and I want my kid to not to have a war. Of course, and this is something that we need to look. This is some. We need to pay attention on our little babies, and
yeah. I think your generation have to in this time of war, right? My generation don't have the wars in my lifetime.
Yeah,
I feel so lucky.
Yes, and this is what I want to for the all humankind. Okay, stop with wars. This is not okay. We need to stop with this. Okay, because this is not okay. This is not. How should I say? This is not okay for any country, for any population, for so for any culture, for any, I don't know, and they are destroying people, and I don't know why are they doing something like this. And in my opinion, this is something that is not good for anybody, especially for children. Okay,
yes.
so So this is just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but this is what I think about this topic. So it's quite difficult to understand all of the situation. But I don't know, because I have some friends from Russia, I have some friends from Ukraine, and I think that they are sick of this. They don't want to participate in this mess. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
Yes, I think you're right. The good way right now is governments of Russia and Ukraine have to talk about it and
Killing
stop to
people.
destroy. Yes,
Stop
killing
killing.
people and
Or
but
or practically they are innocent. Those people who died were innocent people. Innocent.
I think the number of people dying today is a lot, and I think it's enough. 200 people and contain children in this. So that's why I follow this information about. But it really hard in this situation right now because Russia's want to get the resource, and if it take it have to go to the end. They can stop right now because if they stop right now, it's really hard for them too.
I don't know. I think they are the strongest nation in the world, and they can do whatever they want. Basically, no one can stop them. Yes, and them and USA, USA government, no one can stop them. But what is I don't have against ordinary people nothing. Okay, you, me, people from Russia, ordinary people like we. But okay, on the east, okay, they are neighbors in between a specific ocean. Okay, if you want to have a war, please go and have war there. Please don't kill people, people, people in Europe, people in Asia, people in Africa, people. So they are constantly fighting against our backs, and this is not good. Okay, so they are fighting against backs from Vietnam, for Serbia, from other countries. Stop doing this. This is not okay. If you want to fight, go fight somewhere else. So,
and some Vietnamese people also worry about that because maybe if Russia can do it, so China can do it too, because Vietnam is the neighborhoods of China. So if all countries don't stop Russia, and maybe China can do it with my country too.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm really confused. Sometimes I can be angry on this situation because of these reasons that we mentioned. But this is, in the end of the day, this is not good for ordinary people. This is not good. Okay, so they will kill us all. And this is not okay. And okay, so they have, for example, I don't know, in my country also we have one person. He's like not good president. Let's say, I don't want to use nasty words because it's not okay, because he constantly is trying to he manipulate with one part of the people, and now he's trying to who thinks differently, he's the enemy. He's the enemy, basically. And we are living, for example, I believe in democracy. Okay, for example, about one topic, about, let's say, this cup. Okay, this cup, for example, I can say this. For example, this is just stupid example, but this cup, I think it's beautiful. You think, for example, it's ugly. And this is just what I'm trying to say to you. And he thinks if this cup is beautiful, you need to think this cup is beautiful, because he thinks this is right, and you need to support him no matter what. You need to support him. And in my opinion, okay, for example, this cup is beautiful. In your opinion, it's ugly. Okay, I agree with you. Okay, I respect your opinion. Okay, maybe this cup is not beautiful for you. So yes, and in the end, this is democracy, that you have right to say what you think. Hey, this cup is not is ugly. Okay, I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion. So, and this is just stupid. How should I say? Stupid example. And now imagine some bigger things, more important things. So if I don't agree with something, okay, for example, in my country, they want to dig lithium. Lithium is really poison, and they want to dig that. We have lithium under the ground, and they want to dig. If they dig that, a lot of people will be poisoned from this lithium, and he wants to do that because some companies will pay good money. And if we lose one man, this is tragedy, and not a lot of people. So this is my opinion. So you don't need to do that. You don't. We are. Our cities in our countries are we have a really dirty air, dirtiest air in the whole world, because of these I don't know, factories and everything else. And this is not good. And we only have 6.5 million people. And now imagine your country. You mentioned how many people are in your country?
Is more than 90 million.
So imagine this. Imagine your country and my country. We have, for example, 12 or 13 times smaller amount of people, and our country is a quality of the air. It's bad comparing to your country. This is something that is not okay, because a lot of people using cars, blah 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 blah. So imagine this. So this is the problem. Quality of the air. We are losing quality of the air. We are losing rivers. We are losing forests. Mayor of one city orders to cut the trees. Imagine this: cut the trees. Those are lungs of city. So he ordered to cut the trees. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Sometimes I'm really angry, and sometimes I don't know. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
In Serbia, people say people use English. Either means language or what language?
In Serbia, we use Serbian language. We also can use, because we have a different. Our neighbors around us, practically, some of these neighbors, we are using the same language, because we used to be one country, big country, Yugoslavia, and people from Croatia, Bosnia, Macedonia, Montenegro, we are using the same language. We understand each other without any problems. We are like Russia, Ukraine, they are speaking the same language. So, we have, I understand Hungarian. Hungarian is on the north, and we have people who lives around us. Basically we understand each other. I suppose that around Vietnam, that you understand people who are what they speak around your country.
China's?
Do you understand some of Chinese words?
No.
Oh no. Okay, no problem. Yes, but this is something that I don't know. It's really complicated, and what do you think? What is the solution? Maybe to send, or maybe to send all the leaders of these big countries, maybe to send to the Mars and go fight there, leave us alone. Let us live.
Actually, in my country have some problem too. I really thank them because they bring the peace. Don't have war right now, but the situation is better. But the economy is not too good because I think the effective of people work in governments is not too good, and they take the dirty money, the bad money, and that's why the some projects in Vietnam it take a lot of money from governments, but the effective of that is not too good and is take a long time to complete. For example, in my capitals have the petrols, but it take 10 years to complete it, and is the price for is near $1 billion, but the quality is not good. So I think that's the problem when governments manage or controls the projects and they take a lot of dirty money.
Okay.
I think in each countries have the problem too. In Vietnam also have not too good air environment is not too good because right now in Vietnam have a lot of cars and motors, so those air condition is not too good. I think it's like your country too, because you can search some pictures in traffic in Vietnam have a lot of motors. Each people in Vietnam have one motorbike. So in the roads in Vietnam, a lot of population, air population.
Okay, and what would you do to stop everything? What is something that you would like to do to stop everything?
I think it's need time. Need time when people have more access and they change the minds, or maybe our leader have enough money. So after they have enough money, they want to make something better for countries. They don't need money, so they use this effective. They use the money of people effective. I think it needs a time. But the most important that in this time, Vietnam don't have any problems, any wars with other country.
Exactly. Everything. I don't know. In my country, we used to say, for example, people who are rich, people who are poor. Okay, so we will, in the end, we will die. So this is not so important, but we will finish on one place. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor. You will finish. You will not take money, gold, and everything that is valuable to you when you passed away. So, and this is something, and I think that we all need to train us to be better persons, not just to us, just to our loved ones around all the world. We need to be better people. Okay, but like you and me, we are different cultures, different religions, different everything else. But what is important, in my opinion, the people show respect to each other.
Yes, respect
In
each other.
in my country, we have one quote. Let's say, love what you have, respect what others love.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
basically that's it. Okay, and why not? Okay, so why not one day, for example, you come to Serbia, I come to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, exchange cultures, try different food, try to see what is something special about your country, my country, and everything else. So this is what I think this is good, and this is how we can improve ourselves like a people, like a man, like human beings, and in the end this is what is important.
Yes. Improve personalities, become better in each other, right?
Yes, so we need to show ourselves that we can be better persons, better people in the end, and I think this is the most important thing that is for us now. Okay, let's change the, yeah, we can have a free talk more if you want. Okay, I want to ask you something interesting because I mentioned that if I want to come to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know, I know some things, but I don't know general things about Vietnam. Okay,
Yeah.
can you please tell me what can I visit in Vietnam? What can I
Mm-hmm.
try to eat in Vietnam? And can you tell me something special about Vietnam?
What is the first question?
The first question is if I come to Vietnam. Okay,
Mm.
as I suppose that I some days I would like to come. Okay, so what is something interesting to see there?
Oh, I think um, in Vietnam you will come to the nature place
Mm-hmm,
because in Vietnam has a lot of beautiful nature place. We
mm-hmm,
have two type of two kind of they're really different between the north and the south of Vietnam. In the north, you can see a lot of mountain. I think if you stay in there, you have to say wow with this place. That is a
mm-hmm,
lot of hills, a lot of mountains, and you ride motorbike on it. That's it. I think it's a special experience, and I tried it one time, and I never forget it.
mm-hmm,
If you come to the south of Vietnam, you can use canoe to go around city, and you see the Ho Chi Minh City, that is the biggest city in Vietnam. And of course, in Vietnam, I think is one of one of countries have a lot of good foods in the world.
mm-hmm.
Mm, you can try some maybe you know some name of Vietnamese foods. For example, phở. Yes,
No,
you don't know it. Maybe
no,
bánh mì. Do you? That's the bread in Vietnam.
mm-hmm. I didn't know that. To be
And
honest.
mhm. And you can eat a lot of street food. Foods
Mm-hmm,
they just stay on the streets and sell it food for people. And I think you will shock in Vietnam when you stay there and you buy something because it's really cheap for you. It will really cheap for you because if you have a lunch, you just spend $1.5 to have lunch in Vietnam.
mm-hmm. Okay, and now I want to ask you something opposite. Okay,
Mm.
so which country would you like to visit?
Uh, I like to visit some countries in Europe. I
Mm-hmm.
like
Serbia,
Iceland,
Serbia.
Czechia. Croatia. I know Croatia is a
Croatia.
beautiful country. Croatia.
Croatia.
Oh,
Croatia.
Croatia.
Yes.
Yes.
Near my
Mm-hmm.
country. Yeah.
Because it have a lot of islands and beautiful house on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like this place. It really is peaceful. And yes, actually, I don't like some too special or too developed country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to come to Japan
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's a lot of house, a lot of building. I want to come to islands,
Mm-hmm.
Croatia, Serbia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because people from I want to tell you something interesting. This is the true story.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have multinationalities in
Mm-hmm.
Serbia, and I was the best man uh, from one guy. We
Mm-hmm.
used to go to this high school together, and he and I was his best man, and he's from Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and he's from Croatia, and okay, and my best man was one guy. He's from Hungary.
Hungary. Yeah.
Yes, and this is something really nice. Okay, now, and can you please tell me? Okay, I want to ask you. Okay, what do you think about this? That you can be friend with somebody from another country. What do you think about this? Did you, for example, you be a good friend with somebody who is near your country? I said, don't know really good geography.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's really hard
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because the cultures in some countries in near my country is so different.
Mm-hmm.
Its culture because my country is near have a border between China, Laos, Cambodia. The three countries have near border with my country, but it have different culture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard for me to have make a friend with them. But
Mm.
I'm always open with this. If we suitable, we can become a friend. Is does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice. And can you please tell me, okay, now, what do you think about this? That someone, for example, from Russia and someone from Ukraine can they be a good friends? What do you think?
I think in the past it's happened, but right now I think they will have a lot of things to talk and conflict. They
Mm-hmm.
have to make sure to clear the opinion with each other. They can be a friend. If
Mm-hmm.
not, it really hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it can be really hard. Okay, and I want to ask you uh, now, do you have any plans for the upcoming future? What are your
Mm,
plans? What is something that you would like to do for the upcoming future?
mm, I think for the near futures, I will uh, want to invest to some uh, in some kind to make money and then focus on the life of my families to travel some time per years and focus on the education of my son.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why? Can you please tell me why?
The first thing I mentioned you that I will mention to some kind of channel to make money because I want to get more money, like on stock, on bonds, something like that. Yes.
Like Bitcoin, something like Bitcoin or something else?
No, the stock in Vietnamese. That's Vietnamese index. This in the stock and bond. That's the normal way.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, now let's have a look. That is really nice. Okay, and why do you think this is a good idea in your opinion? Why?
Because I can do it with small, or maybe when I have more money, so it is suitable with me when I have not too much money. I can invest on it. Not require too much money. And the other plans for upcoming futures that I mentioned before, that I want to find a good education for my son, because I think that's the good and the best invest for him to the futures and for me to the future. I want him have not need to study too much, but he have a good persons and do something in the good way, not to become a bad person.
Okay, in the end, this is what is the most important, not to be a bad person. Okay. And what do you think about this? Okay, so one day, this what is happening right now, this is something that we will, many people will learn in history. And what do you think about this when we are speaking about our history and everything? Okay, so what do you think? What will people say about this here? That is what has happened with Ukraine, with Russia. So what do you think about this?
I think in the history is will follow who's in victory, because who is victory is people will write down the history on the paper. If the countries lose honest, they cannot tell the way they want. So it's follow to what country victory, and other ways is follow on the what and where this history would talk. If history would talk in Vietnam is different when was talk in America. So yes, this is my opinion. It's really different and really depend on where.
Okay, and now, and what do you think about next generations? Okay, I'm thinking about my son, or baby. What do you think? Can they change something in the future where we made mistakes? For example, your generation, my generation before us. Can we, for example, can they change something in the future? What do you think?
I think in futures, the walls may be flat, not have a borders physically, because they use internet and they can connect with each other more easy in my generation and your generations. So I think they don't make the walls in physically, they will make the wall more than is on internet.
Okay, and for example, in the future, What do you think about wars? Will they happen in the future? Okay, if we have, for example, in our minds what happened, what is happening now, what happened in the past, what do you think? Can the upcoming generation, can they change something that we don't have any more wars in the world? What do you think about this?
I think in the next generations, what country have nuclear weapons will still have a power. But the other weapons in the future, that is the hacker. Hackers, what country has more developments in information technologies will have better or good way to attack other countries by hacker.
Okay, and now can you please tell me, and why do you think so? Why?
Because the values right now is information. So if China want to attack America, they will attack to a lot of servers, a lot of information center in America to thrift the information and secret information from America.
Okay.
So I think that is the ways I think about the war in the future.
Okay, so this is maybe something that will happen in the future. Okay, fair enough. This is something that I can say this is something that, in my opinion, upcoming generation needs to learn on mistakes that I think about your generation, my generation, and generations before us made. And I think if they do that, they will we will have a better place to live. Definitely. This is something that I think that it's going to happen if they can succeed to change this mindset that we have right now. Not just me, you, everybody. That if they can change something like this, we will have a better place to live. Definitely.
Maybe in the on the mark and have a Star Wars.
Yes, I completely agree with you. Okay, so we spoke about a lot of topics now. We covered some sensitive topics, some topics that are a little bit complicated, but I did think this is the best way how you can practice your oral expression and how you can develop your speaking skills more. Okay, so and can you please tell me, for example, when you have free time, I know that you and me, we don't have so much free time. What is something that you like to do in your free time? When you have a free time, what do you like to do?
In my free time, I often surf on internet, and I maybe sometimes I watch some movies, but I often watch movie by some people introduce me. I just watch the movie when people introduce me some name of it. Besides that, in my free time, I often reading some books. And I think 1 or 2 years from now, I not too much free time because I have to play with my kid and my son, and not have too much free time to do something for myself.
Okay, and imagine that you have a free time for yourself. What is something that you would like to do for yourself?
Besides sleeping, I want to go to some place to take a coffee and listen some music on this coffee shop and think about everything in the world. Think about what happens in my country and what happens in the world. Stay at the place and choose like that.
Okay, fair enough. This is something that is. I think this is something that is. That's something that can be good. Okay, and what is something? Let's put like this way. What is something? If you are a leader, what is something that you would you can change about? For example, imagine that you can change something. What would you change?
In my country?
In the whole world.
Wow, it's really big image. It's the big picture.
Yes, let's talk about this. Okay, so what is something that you can change in the whole world? If you want to change something, so what is something that you would like to change?
It's complicated.
Okay, and why? Why is complicated?
Because in each people in the world is so different. You cannot make one common thing for them.
Okay.
But if I yes. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. So if you can change something, that means that you have a power to do something. Okay. And from this perspective, what I'm thinking now, for example, I don't have power, but if I have power, this is a very big responsibility. And from this perspective, I will use to do something good. But if I have a power, I don't know, maybe I will become a bad man. So I don't know. No. So it's better for me if I don't have a power, because when you have a power, your ego and everything else go high. And I think that this is something that is really sensitive, because we are not in these shoes, sort of speaking. Because if you, for example, imagine that we are having nuclear weapon, so we will probably what are we thinking now? We will use this weapon for good, but if we have too much power, maybe we will use for something that is bad. And I'm happy because I live my life like this.
Like a normal person. Yeah.
Like a normal person, yes, ordinary or normal or whatever you call this. So it's complicated. It's really hard to explain about everything what is happening, but it's okay. And okay, and can you please tell me what your family, you will teach me something more about your culture. Can you please tell me what is something that you like to do with your family on Sunday? So tomorrow is Sunday, so what do you like to do with your family on Sunday?
I live in a family have 7 people. My grandmother, my parents, my younger brother, my wife, and my son. So often in the weekends, we often buy something better to have a dinner with each other. And besides that, my mother-in-law house is really near my house. The distance is just 200
meters.
Yes, meter. The 200 meter. It's really near, right? So we often go there to play with them because right now it's just only have my father-in-law and my mother-in-law live with other. So in the weekend, me and my wife go there to stay and play with them and have a lunch with them. And in the dinner, we back to my house to have a dinner. And I think in the near future, if my son is grow up, maybe in a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, we will often go around a city to play in the weekend. But right now he is too small to go too far in the weekend. Yeah.
So it is small to go somewhere on the weekend. Okay, and let's say, and for example, okay, when do you usually go in the kindergarten? Send your child to the kindergarten?
It is often is 2 or 3-year-old.
Okay, because I just comparing my child. Okay, now we have a COVID, but the COVID situation is here, and here we have, for example, that little babies go to the kindergarten and they have 1.5 year. They go to the kindergarten. So this is in my country what is happening, but I'm just comparing when I'm speaking with you about other countries.
Yeah, it's not required. You have to still you have to enough 1 or 2-year-old. You can go to kindergarten every time you want in my country.
Okay.
Not required.
Okay. Now, and I want to ask you, can you please tell me, okay, what else can be important, or what holidays are important for you and your family? Okay, so you will teach me something more about your culture. What upcoming holidays do you have in your country, and how do you celebrate with your family?
In my countries have some cultures of holiday from Asia because we have a lot of effective by China. So we have a Tet holidays. That's in the end of lunar year. And of course we have New Year's like your calendar. So either two big holidays in my country. So in lunar New Year's, in the last lunar New Year, we have 10 days off and stay at homes and go around neighborhoods and go around my uncle house to stay and play in there. That is the two biggest holiday in my country.
Okay, and where is national holiday? Do you have national holiday, for example, in your country?
Yes. Well, we have in 2 September. That's
second September.
Yes. 2nd September. That's the days Vietnam was established.
Established.
Established. That is the day Vietnam was tell the world that have Vietnam in the world.
Okay, very nice. So this is really good. Okay, so and on the Lunar New Year, I know that was, for example, 1 month ago or something like this. Okay, what do you usually do on a Lunar New Year? What is something that you usually do?
we have some exercise before Lunar New Year and after Lunar New Year. That's either something is happen before and after Eve. Let's have Eve too. It have Eve firework, you know. In the before of Eve, we buy something new. For example, buy some clothes, make some cake to eat in this time. Make some traditional cake and buy some new equipment for the house. Some family maybe buy some televisions or some news motorbike, something like that. And buy some new clothes.
Okay.
And after if that means it's a new year in lunar calendar, often go to pagoda, go to temple to wish the best thing happen in the new year.
So best thing that can happen in New Year. Very nice. Okay, so we will stop here. Okay, now okay, so we spoke about a lot of things and we expand a little bit. Okay, we didn't go by the book because we spoke about everything, and I think this is how you, like I mentioned, how you can develop your speaking skills. Okay, so do you have any questions in the end?
I don't have any questions. Thank you so much.
So we see you on Monday, is that right?
Yes, Monday.
Monday. Okay, very nice. Okay, if I will send you a message. If for example my students cancel the class, I will let you know that we can have a class earlier.
Okay, you can send me the message if
Yes, because okay, sometimes this student cancels, sometimes doesn't, and it's much better for you and me to have earlier. Okay.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I wish you a nice day. Say hello to your wife and you kiss your baby and see you on Monday.
Yeah, see you on Monday.
Bye bye.
Weekend. Goodbye.
Happy weekend. Bye bye.